Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by green forests and sparkling rivers, there lived a young girl named Ava. Ava was a curious and brave girl with bright brown eyes and long, curly brown hair. She loved exploring the woods, collecting flowers, and watching the birds fly. One day, while Ava was wandering deeper into the forest than she had ever gone before, she stumbled upon a hidden cave. The entrance was covered with thick vines and colorful flowers, but something about it drew her in. She pushed aside the foliage and stepped inside. The cave was dark and quiet, except for the sound of dripping water echoing off the walls. As her eyes adjusted to the dim light, Ava saw something extraordinary. A magnificent dragon lay sleeping on a pile of glittering stones. The dragon was unlike anything Ava had ever seen or imagined. Its scales shimmered in shades of emerald green and sapphire blue, reflecting what little light filtered into the cave. Its wings were spread wide, covering much of the cavern floor. Ava felt both fear and wonder at once. She had heard stories about dragons being fierce creatures that breathed fire and destroyed villages. But this dragon looked peaceful and almost sad. As she approached cautiously, the dragon stirred but did not wake up immediately. Ava noticed that its scales were duller than they should be, and its wings seemed weak. Suddenly, the dragon opened its eyes, kind eyes, and looked directly at Ava. "Who are you?" asked the dragon in a deep, rumbling voice. "I'm Ava," she replied softly. "I came here by accident." The dragon nodded slowly. "I am called Thorn," it said. "I have been here for many years, waiting." Ava's curiosity grew. "Waiting for what?" she asked. Thorn sighed heavily. "Waiting for someone to help me," it explained. "A long time ago, an evil sorcerer cast a spell on me that took away my strength and my ability to fly properly. Ava wanted to help this magnificent creature." "How can I help you?" she asked bravely. Thorn looked at her with gratitude in its eyes. "You need to find 3 magical items: a crystal from the Heart Mountain, a feather from the sky bird's nest on Cloud Peak, and a drop of pure water from the River of Life." Ava nodded determinedly despite feeling overwhelmed by such a big task. "I'll do it," she promised. And so began their journey together. The journey begins. Firstly, they set off towards Heart Mountain, a place known for its tricky paths and steep cliffs. But with Thorn's guidance, though weak, they managed to reach it safely after several days of travel. Atop Heart Mountain stood an old temple guarded by fierce spirits who tested Ava's courage and wisdom. Before giving her access to retrieve the crystal, a glowing gemstone that pulsed with inner light. As they climbed the mountain, Ava and Thorn talked a lot. Ava learned that Thorn loved stories about brave knights and magical lands. Thorn, in turn, learned about Ava's love for flowers and birds. The sky bird's feather. Next came Cloud Peak, a tall mountain shrouded in mist, where only those with pure hearts could find their way through treacherous clouds, to get Skybird's feather, a soft yet resilient plume imbued with magical properties. On Cloud Peak, they met a wise old owl who guided them through the misty paths. The owl told them stories about the sky bird, a creature known for its beautiful songs and kind heart. When they finally reached the sky bird's nest, Ava was amazed by its beauty. The nest was made of soft feathers and shiny threads, and the sky bird welcomed them warmly. Ava gently took one of the feathers, and the sky bird sang a beautiful song to thank them. The River of Life. Finally came River of Life, a mystical river flowing through enchanted forests where mythical creatures roamed freely, to collect one drop of pure water which held healing powers beyond imagination. At the River of Life, they met a friendly mermaid who swam alongside them as they collected the water. The mermaid sang a song about the river's magic and the creatures that lived within it. breaking the curse. With all three items collected, Ava and Thorn returned to the cave where everything began. There, amidst the treasure trove filled with glittering jewels and precious artifacts gathered over centuries past, Ava carefully placed each item together, forming a powerful spell to break the curse. As soon as the final words were spoken aloud, Thorn felt a surge of energy coursing through his veins. His scales shimmered brighter than ever before, and his wings spread wide, soaring high above the ground. Thorn roared triumphantly, breaking free from the shackles that had bound him for so long. The cave began to glow with a warm, golden light as the curse was lifted. The air filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, and the sound of birds singing echoed through the cavern. Ava smiled, feeling a deep sense of joy and accomplishment. Celebrating freedom. Thorn, now fully restored to his former glory, flew circles around Ava, his wings beating powerful and strong. Ava laughed and cheered, feeling the wind rush past her as she watched Thorn soar. Together, they flew out of the cave and into the bright sunlight. The sky was a brilliant blue, and the sun shone down on them, warming their faces. Ava felt a sense of freedom she had never known before, riding on Thorn's back as they flew over the rolling hills and dense forests. Returning to the village. As they approached the village, the villagers looked up in awe. They had never seen a dragon flying so freely and beautifully before. Ava waved at them, and Thorn roared a gentle hello. The villagers cheered and clapped, happy to see Ava and Thorn returning as friends. They gathered around, asking questions and marveling at Thorn's grandeur. A new life together. From that day forward, Ava and Thorn became inseparable friends. They spent their days exploring the skies and lands beyond the village. Thorn taught Ava how to communicate with other creatures, and Ava taught Thorn about the beauty of simple things like flowers and birds. As they traveled, they helped those in need. Thorn used his strength to protect villages from harm, and Ava used her kindness to bring people together. They became known as heroes, not just for breaking the curse but for spreading love and kindness wherever they went.